it's great to see you, man. And we before we start, I always ask, give me your name and your position. And you switched it up. You are no longer the president, you're the chair.
It was a naming convention thing administratively, and yes, my position was changed from president to chair. But I'm
Are you
trying to hang on till the end as president. I'm just
I,
kidding.
I was gonna say, was this one of those things like this the Star Trek episode on the evil Star Trek where people move up, they have to eliminate their
Oh, I hope
higher
so.
ups? Well, look, man, either way, you've been doing an amazing job. How does it feel to be part of this organization and watching it grow for the last several years?
Oh, thanks, Rudy. It's my final year as president or chair, as it is now. It's been quite a few years. I'm really happy. I've personally been surrounded by a bunch of great people who want to give their time, want to help, want to contribute. It makes it easier when you have passionate people around you. And it's been a number of years for me. Business calls, and it's time for me to relieve myself of that position for the moment. But we've got an excellent board, wonderful people ready to take it on, new people coming in, and that's what it's all about for an association like this. You got to keep the wheel turning. We've got to keep getting different people involved, everyone having their chance to contribute. Um, and that's what's moved it forward. And yes, I agree. Thank you for the compliment. I think it has moved forward in the last few years. We've seen the introduction of a Francophone award and the
Yeah.
Francophone community folded into the community a lot better and stronger, with tons of opportunities coming out of it. Made it through the pandemic years, and yeah, that's all a distant memory now. But we're looking forward to a great weekend
You know,
coming up in just a couple days.
it's funny when you mentioned the pandemic because if I remember correctly, I wasn't there, but wasn't it a drive-in
We were
sort of?
there. Yeah, we did the drive-in in 20 and a drive-in with some relaxed rules in 21. And then by 22, we were off to the races again. So as I say, distant memory now, but it is a testament to everyone on the board and especially to our executive director, Ro Mobs, for stick handling us through those times, always putting on a show, having enough revenue to do it, having enough interest from fans in the industry to do it. That's what it comes down to. So we're back to the tight-knit group of great people, whether they're on the association board or not.
Amazing. I love all my Canadian country folks, but for you, what do you think it is about Ontario with our country talent that makes it so special and helps elevate Canadian country music?
Well, we seem to have more of it, which is probably just a population symptom.
Mhm.
A lot of people live in Ontario, and I guess proportionally, we're going to have a greater number of artists on the list. I don't know what it is about Ontario, dude. I don't think I can even guess at that. I just know that there are lots of artists. It's a vibrant uh, festival province. Lots goes on, as it does in a lot of other provinces, especially out west. There are, a long list of festivals and outdoor
Yeah.
opportunities. But it's the same here. So I don't know. Everyone's just encouraged and motivated. So I'm buckling up and going for the ride.
Okay, well, let's talk about what's going on because there have been things as we speak going on right now before Sunday's big event.
Yeah, we're in Mississauga this year.
Yeah.
In case you're not sure, we're at Mississauga. Everything's happening around the Living Arts Center, which is by the City Hall complex next to Square One, right across the road from the Delta, which is our host hotel this year. Um, um, what was the question again?
There are lots of events still going
Oh,
on.
there are tons of
Yeah.
events. Yeah, we kick off officially Friday night, but this year, based on interest in the last few years, we noticed a lot of pop-up things happening
Yeah.
around our event. And what we did was we reached out to these people that were doing these things or wanted to do them, actually made it public, and got into an affiliate nature. We will sanction your event and will sponsor your event prior to our own happening starting on Friday, just to help build the steam and the love and the momentum. Actually, the folks at the city of Mississauga have been very proactive in this way and have had a couple shows on the go. As a matter of fact, Sunday is part of our weekend. We're dedicating the outdoor concerts on Sunday to Saga Sunday, which is an initiative of the city. So it's been great to partner up, and it's awesome when everyone has the same goal in mind.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about Sunday. What is happening Sunday? Who are some of our big nominees? Who's going to be there? How's it all going to work, man?
Well, we've got we've got nominees, we've got performers. I want to start by saying Songs and Stories starts on Friday night at the Rec Room, and that's where you get your first chance to be exposed to um, artists you may not get to see all the time, or an artist you hear on the radio and go, "Oh, that's who that is." So once again, the passionate songs and stories writers get to go up and talk about the songs they've written for themselves or for others, and you get to hear the first draft, from the artists themselves, the writer themselves, not necessarily the product you hear on the radio or what you hear on stage. So it's really cool. Saturday, we got lots more going on. We have seminars all day Saturday, as usual, at inside the Living Arts Center. That's going to be the hub for the weekend.
Yeah.
Um, and then Celebration Square is just kind of over there from the Living Arts Center. Everything's walkable. And we have free outdoor shows happening Saturday, concurrent with the seminars that we have going on in the Living Arts Center. We have our tailgate show at 1 o'clock. We have a bonfire show at 7:30. These are public events, so it's all happening at Celebration Square in Mississauga. And then Sunday's a long day that goes by way too quick. The award show is at Hammerson Hall in the Living
Mhm.
Arts Center. Um, Sunday evening. And I mean, Jason Blaine's back again. We have hometown people like Elise Saunders, who we've worked with in the past, especially with her winter Warm Hearts, Warm Coats endeavor in November.
Yeah.
So we've been building up all these little partnerships and building the steam up towards this. She'll be performing. She's a hometown artist, of course. And you're going to see some new faces this year, too,
Huh.
on the show as well as on the concerts. I, to your earlier point about how many artists there are and how many people are vying for a spot and wanting to be seen and wanting to be heard, um, we do the absolute best we can as a group of volunteers on this board and on the executive to be mindful of what the membership's wanting, to be mindful of where they'd like to see it go, and trying to honor their wishes. Frankly, that's our role. We're not paid to do this. It's all about bringing the association forward based on what the membership has to say.
You got a host who's returning. I mean, he owns the spot, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. He's kind of, I'm just joking. Jason McCoy's back. Paired up this year with our out of province guests. Sometimes we have an out of
Yeah.
province guest to appear on stage. We've had Dan Davidson in the past from Alberta. We've had Washboard from BC.
Yep.
This year it's Tegan Gaze, who
Oh,
is a young upstart solo artist from BC, um, who's very motivated, um, and we're happy to share her talents with the Ontario crowd this year. We think it's important not just to concentrate on Ontario, but also give a nod to everyone else in the country, the rest of the associations. We share things like newsletter spotlight artists so that our Ontario artist isn't just seen in Ontario fans. The whole country, anyone who signs up to any music industry association can see the feature. And reciprocally here, we get introduced to people from other provinces that are trying to do the same thing. So just trying to pull the whole family together from coast to coast to coast. And I have to say, it's going pretty well. It's been accepted very well so far.
now I'm just curious. Red carpet. Are fans going to be able to see it? Like there are times when they could crowd around when all this stuff is going on. Is there going to be a red carpet? What's happening with
Yeah,
that?
they'll be able to see it. We're just hoping for great weather, of course, because that can always be the downfall of a
I think
glitchy
we're good.
warm red carpet. I think we're good too. Have you been checking, Rudy? I've been
Yeah, I have
checking.
been. Let me take a look as we're talking here. It says 45% chance of rain, but 45% doesn't really mean much of anything, especially when you got Monday being sort of sunny and cloudy too. So I think we'll make it. I think we'll
Well, it's
make it.
plus 50 chance of no rain. So
Yeah.
we're very happy. Yeah, forecast looks great. And as I said, everything's within walking distance from the hotel to the Living Arts Center to Celebration Square, where these outdoor concerts are taking place. Really looking forward to it. Gonna get out there tomorrow and dig in my heels and roll up my sleeves and get to work because we all do a lot of physical work to get this done. Um, and we have tons of volunteers. Where would we be without volunteers? Honest to goodness. Um, People are there on the first day to put up their hands, reply to volunteer call outs, and it's a great little community. So we invite people to be part of it. We've got lots of room for more people to be part of this.
That's what I was going to ask because I know how tickets go and they can go fast. Do we still have a couple of seats somewhere around to?
Yes, it's a nice big hall with great sight lines. There's a wonderful orchestra level and great sight lines. I've been in this facility many times before. It's an excellent place for a show. The sound's terrific. The sight lines are beautiful. And yeah, we hope you'll come out. We hope you'll hit up CMAOntario.ca and see how you can grab a ticket or two if you haven't already. And again, the
That
weekend events, outdoor, a lot of free events for shows. And if you want to buy a delegate pass to be part of all the seminars and hear from the industry pros helping each other out, you can still do that too.
And reminder to folks too, whether you're in a Starbucks or Tim Hortons or over at Mickey D's, you may be standing in line and bump into one of those stars because they do love their fans and they don't hide. They
And they
will
love
come out.
coffee and food. Tim
Yeah.
Hicks, all kinds of people. You just bumping into them. I'm expecting people from out of province to attend, and of course, everyone from in province. It's always nice to hear from friends and colleagues and just industry folks who reach out by text or an email to say, "Oh, geez, by the way, going to be there on the weekend. Hope to see you." Or they'll ask, "Are you going to be there?" I'm thinking, well, as chair, yes, I'm going to be there. Uh, and yeah, the family comes back together, with the CCMA in the fall and the
Yep.
CMAOntario in the spring. It gives us a couple of chances rather than just one a year to collect and just gab and yak and talk and try to grow. And you learn something from everybody. I mean, radio's my business. But I'm a performer. I played before, so whether it's an artist or a PR person, it's easy to strike up conversations and get something out of the weekend. So I encourage you to do that. Really is a great opportunity you shouldn't miss if you're in this industry and want to connect with people. It's cheap and easy and free, and everyone's friendly and wants to chat. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. One last question.
Sure.
Do you think in the future that this will be televised? Because it is a great event and I think it should be.
Well, I think it should be. It's we haven't gone down that road yet.
Mhm.
The association manages to operate on the revenue plans we have now with the
Yes.
things we do. We are incidentally holding up our commitment to have three other uh, shows throughout the year, separate from the festival and awards, like
Cool.
the Sharbot Lake Beach Bash that we have in August up in Sharbot Lake. That's right, Highway 7 close to Ottawa. Um, the snowball event we started in the fall, as I
Yes.
mentioned, with Elise Saunders. That was wonderful. Well attended, great time had by all, lots of artists wanting to participate. We're going to do that again. Um, so it's things have expanded more than just out of the weekend. We're doing things throughout the year, and we're really trying to get around and travel. That's the tough part with Ontario. Most of it is below
Yeah.
the Ottawa to Barrie line. That's most of the population, but we really do attempt to get out and certainly have connections with people who live in those more remote areas to see how we can serve them effectively as well. We don't want it to be exclusive. We wish it to be inclusive.
Bravo, my friend. Congratulations. Looking forward to this. Always a great event. Look, man, be well, be safe, have a great time.
I'm going to
Welcome.
see you.
Of course, always.
Are you going to be there? I'm going to be there.
I'm going to be there. We will look for each other. Big
That's
love, my
great.
friend.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to chat. Thanks for the opportunity to share.